thank you all. I'm Deriyan. I'm from NTHU University, and thank you for your time today to come here. So today I would like to talk about how can astrophysical events resolve the Fermi paradox. So before I begin, I try to start from these questions. So this question is about what is Fermi paradox? So Fermi paradox is basically comes from the questions about why cannot we see aliens? So yet our universe is vast, maybe highly intelligent beings are too far away to be detected, but this argument remains unsolved until today. Then, in 2021, the groups from Jason Wright and his colleague tried to simulate how the aliens colonize the galaxies. The red dots here represents the aliens, and the white dots here represents the stars. So these aliens can still migrate to the center of the galaxies faster by the hopping to the nearby stars with the help of the stellar rotations. But however, why cannot we see aliens if this version is correct? So doing so, this simulations is made by the gadget, and then the simulations uses the 10,000 star particles with 10 million stars each, and the NFW density profile is used to normalize the density, and then position and velocity data is extracting using Python. And for the alien migration itself, so the aliens can migrate between stars with this range, so the stars should be close enough so the alien is migrating between the stars, because the alien's speed is slow. It's about 10 kilometers per second. So I'm back to the question is why can we see aliens in here? So what if some astrophysical events kill the aliens before we see them? So now let's simulate to see how astrophysical events kill aliens. So now I start from the asteroid as one of the astrophysical events. I'm motivated with the asteroids that killed the dinosaur in Earth long time ago, 60 mega years ago. And here, alien dies suddenly when they struck by the aliens. So I try to explain this simulation. So this red dot represents the settled star, where the red dot is the aliens, and the white dot is the unsettled stars. So as we can see, even there is an asteroid event in here, the aliens still can migrate to the center of the galaxy. And now, how about the supernova as the second astrophysical event? Supernova blast actually emits the high energy radiation. So when the aliens are in the supernova blast radius, they will die because of the high energy radiation. Now, if I put the supernova in the simulations, for example, the supernova is represented by the yellow dots here. We can see that the aliens still can migrate to the center of the galaxy. And now, if the third astrophysical events that I want to see is the giant molecular clouds. So the GMC is a dense molecular cloud and typically have the radius of 0.1 kpc. And this GMC can block the heat and oxygens where the aliens live at. So the place that aliens there is cooled down. So aliens may die because of this. So if I put the GMC as this GMC is illustrated by the green dots here. So as we can see again, the aliens can still migrate to the center of the galaxy. Now, how if I combine these three astrophysical events together? As you can see in these simulations, the aliens, even I combine three astrophysical events in here, the aliens still can migrate to the center. So, in other hand, in every cases, without any astrophysical events in asteroids, in SNE, and the GMC, we can see that aliens cannot migrate more than 10 kiloparsecs here. So that's why I want to compare these three scenarios. So this is the scenarios when the aliens start from different locations. The first one is the alien starts from 3 kpc from the center, and the second one is 8 kpc from the center, and then the third one is the 12 kiloparsecs from the center. If we run the simulations here, in 3 and 8 kpc, the aliens can still migrate to the center of the galaxy. Meanwhile, in 12 kiloparsec, they cannot. So if you can see in the radar profile here, we can see that alien migrates to the galactic center depends on the distance they start. So it's because star's density at 10 kiloparsecs and more is too low, and the alien speed itself is so slow. It's about 10 kilometers per second. So in conclusion is, yeah, asteroids, TMC and SNE, and combination of them cannot stop the aliens to invade this galaxy. But if the aliens is at more than kiloparsec, starts from more than 10 kiloparsecs from the center, they cannot conquer the galaxies. That's all.
Questions, please.
Yes, please.
Hi, thank you for the talk. I have a couple questions.
Yes.
First of all, how did you decide on the arbitrary 10 kilometers per second
Oh,
velocity?
so you mean when?
Why 10? Why not 20 or 30 or?
Basically, in these simulations explained by done by Wright et al., they try to model the aliens in the Carter-Sef type 2 scale. Carter-Sef type 2 scale is the aliens that can harness the energy from its host star. So their energy is quite low, so that's why they can only poke into the nearby stars in very low, because they can jump with the velocity of 10 kilometers per second to model this. So the 10 kilometers per second is basically to model the Carter-Sef type 2.
Right.
That simulates by it.
I see. And how, might be a more biological question, but wouldn't that mean you would have to assume a certain lifespan of the aliens in order for this sort of simulation to work?
Yeah, actually, for biological, for you mean the lifetime, right?
Yeah.
For the aliens. Yeah, actually, it's better to take into account, but in this, I just focus on the astrophysical events,
Right.
and we want to see how they might kill the aliens. So, in these simulations, I didn't include the biological factors of the aliens.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Good evening, and I have a question.
Yes.
You just already mentioned the alien may be exterminated by the catastrophe, but what if an alien civilization has technological advance than us, or at least if he is the same as us, and we also don't find any evidence of their invention? Can your astrophysical event explain that we can't find the evidence or the invention of aliens?
So you mean the aliens is?
I mean, because we so far we can't either find the evidence or the invention of the aliens, and you are trying to use the astrophysical event to explain it. But my question is, can your task or can the project also explain we can't find the invention of them? Because if an alien is same technological advance as us, and they can invent like a satellite, and if even they are exterminated by some astrophysical event, we also can find their invention. For instance, satellites or any others artificial object. And can your task explain why can't we find this invention?
Actually, this simulation is just like if you can detect it, if there is aliens here, so the astrophysical events, how the astrophysical, we want to see how astrophysical event can destroy them. So these three astrophysical event is assumed to is a key, like why we cannot see them, right? So to explain if the aliens exist, kind of hard.
Well, it's an assumption that the alien can migrate to nearby stars, but we believe we took a reasonable assumption. So this 10 millimeters per second is a reasonable. I think that's the fastest spaceship that human made or something like that. So with a reasonable technological advancement, we assume that the alien can migrate. And the point of the simulation is it doesn't matter with the spaceship speed, that if the stars comes nearby enough, then alien can migrate. Even our spaceship is very slow. So we believe that's a reasonable assumption. We don't need a super duper technology or warp drive or something like that. We don't need.
Oh, I see. Thanks for answer.
Any questions? Deriyan?
Sorry. So here you are assuming a Cartesian type 2 civilization, correct?
Yes.
And humans are somewhere around like 0.73 or something from a quick search that I just did. Right. So wouldn't this just only disprove the that very technologically advanced aliens could escape the astronomical events that you just listed out?
So you mean if the aliens' technology is advanced, so they can?
Right, because you're assuming that they will be able to harness the power of the star that they're currently orbiting, which is far and away much more advanced than whatever the humankind can currently do.
Yeah. So in these simulations, the point is just they try to explain if the aliens only have a technology like we have. So they can still migrate to the center of the galaxies with the help of star rotations, so they can hope. So for the advanced technology, might be, I don't know, but in this simulation, it's just focusing on that problem and how the astrophysical events may affect their migrations. But, yeah.
One final question. Okay, if not, let's thank the speaker again.